Hi everyone, welcome to another video announcement. Hope you're staying warm and dry. I know here in Boise it's been very wet today, and hopefully you're not one of those areas that have been affected by flooding. So as you know, we're in the middle of Module 6 Part 1. We've been talking about, again, formatting of our paper, especially the works cited or references page. So that assignment is coming due by the end of this module on Sunday. There's also a quiz, just basic quiz over APA and MLA format that maybe will help remind you or sharpen your skills on some of those details. I do look at that whether you're doing a justification paper or a longer research paper, and it counts for roughly 20% of your grade. That's the organization section of the rubric for your project or paper. So do pay attention to that. I'm not a terrible stickler for formatting, but I do think that that is a skill that you should learn to perfect. Whatever type of communication discourse is required in your job, to follow that carefully, to follow the rules of that very carefully, I think shows that you're dedicated to your work and interested in your job. So that same rule, I think, should apply to academic work as well. So I'll be finishing that up in this module, opening up in Module 6 Part 2. We're going to kind of move on to another part of our course, which is presentation. So you will have a final presentation in the course, and this being an online class, it will be a video presentation. So we're going to have a little practice with that. Those of you who are in my online 300 class know about kind of how that works, but in 400 we'll do it a little differently. And I'm going to ask you to conduct mock interviews so that you will be both an employer and an employee in an interview session. But you'll be using video to both ask questions of your prospective employee and also to answer questions that others have asked in their videos. So you'll be submitting 2 videos to the discussion board in the coming module, one where you're the boss and the other where you're a person looking for a job. Kind of hopefully in a fun way to practice your video skills and make sure your lighting and your sound and all that stuff works, so that when we get to the final presentation, that will not be a huge obstacle for you. So we'll be also thinking of good questions that you've maybe been asked in interviews in the past, or that you've always wanted to ask if you were a boss, or maybe the worst question you got asked that made you think and made you uncomfortable at the time, so that we're kind of preparing ourselves, those of us who may go into the job field and look for careers outside of what we're doing now. Hopefully that can be helpful for us. So that's coming up in Module 6 Part 2. We're also asking you to continue working on your ePortfolio. And that being said, we do have our second ePortfolio workshop coming up, the last for this semester. That will be next Thursday, April 6th. We're going to hold that one in the Interactive Learning Center at Boise State. So that's the ILC over by the Education Building on that side of campus, from 5 to 7, and it's in room 401. So you should have received an email or 2 about that already. I'll be going over again how to customize your portfolio, how to upload artifacts to it, and then be around to answer any specific questions you might have on your own ePortfolio to get those ready for submission here in a couple weeks. So course is definitely rounding up to an end. I'm excited to see the final projects and papers you guys have been developing this semester, and I'm also excited to see you graduate. I will be around over graduation weekend, so hopefully I'll meet some of you in person that I haven't met before. And if you have any questions about any of the assignments that are due now or coming up, please let me know. If I don't hear from you, I'll definitely see you online. Thanks.